Hello everyone, welcome back to the start of our church year 2021. We didn't think last year that we'd be starting again online, but here we are. And yeah, we're very excited to be starting again, and we'd love to get as much feedback from all of you as possible. Being online here is quite hard when we're so used to being in person with all of your kids, and we miss seeing you, we miss interacting with you, but this time will pass. And so for now, I'd like us to try stay as connected as possible, even if it's a little message or a little picture or something on the church group. So welcome. Today we're going to talk about time, actually. So what is time? Well, there's time for everything. There's time to wake up in the morning. There's a time to go to bed at night. There's a time to go to school, a time to come home. There's a time for sport. There's a time for play. There's a time for work. But what really is time? Some people say that time is like a line of time. Well, what does that look like? I wonder. Well, what is this here? What is this? Can you see this here? What do you think this could be? Time? You think this could be time? A line of time? Sure. It's growing. This is the start of time. The very beginning. It's just been born. It's brand new. Sure. But it's growing longer and longer. The part that was brand new is now getting old. Do you think it goes on forever? On and on and on. Maybe time never ends. It just carries on and on and on and on. Oh, hang on. Sure. There we go. The end. This is the beginning, and this is the end. But this, which was once new, is now old. And this, which was the end, is now the beginning. So do you know what the church did? The church actually tied the two together. And they did this. You know why they did this? To remind us that was once the ending is the beginning, and was once the beginning is now the end. And here we go, like a circle. The circle of time. So what do we have here? We've got the three great times. We've got this little white block. You probably can't see too clearly there, but it's got a star on it. This great time is Christmas. I'm going to put it here. I don't know how clearly you can see it. We're going to put it there. Then we've got the next great time is, it's got a cross on it. Also a little white block, and that's called Easter. And over here we've got, oh, sherbet. Let's try that again. Woo! It's hot. It's hot, very hot. Sherbet. That is Pentecost. Okay, sure. Now these are the three great mysteries in the church calendar. We've got Christmas, we've got Easter, we've got Pentecost. Now sometimes we go through the year and we completely miss these mysteries. We don't even notice them. We aren't even aware that they're there. Now in order to come close to these great mysteries, we have to prepare. We have to get ready. Now there's a time to get ready, and the time that leads up to preparing for the mystery of, to come close to the mystery of Christmas is called Advent. Advent, we've got these 4 purple blocks here, and they make up Advent. And this helps us to get ready. Then, in order to celebrate or to get ready to come close to the mystery of Easter, we have these blocks here. I'm going to actually put this down a little bit so they don't all slip and slide. We've got these blocks here. Let's put this up a bit more there. And this is made up of 6 weeks. And it's called Lent. Okay. Now Christmas is a great mystery, and it's a wonderful time, and there's no way we can celebrate it just in one day. So we actually celebrate Christmas with 2 white blocks, which represents the 12 days of Christmas. Okay, it takes place over almost a 2-week period. And the same for Easter. It's such a wonderful mystery that it overflows and carries on for 6 more weeks. Oh, let's shift these up so we don't have to touch the hot block. These 6 weeks are called the season of Easter, and they help us to prepare to come close to Pentecost. Now if we look back at these purple blocks, you will notice that the time to prepare to come close to Easter, is actually longer than the time to prepare for Easter. It's interesting that. Okay, and then what do we have here? We've got what's called the green and growing Sundays of the year. The great green growing Sundays of the year. We've got a few here, 9 here between Christmas and Lent. And then we've got the rest of the great green and growing Sundays of the year. Okay, so we've got it all basically out here. It's all here. Okay, our circle is complete. Okay, so let's see if we can build it up again. Okay, we've got the 3 great mysteries, the 3 great times. Christmas, we've got Easter, oh, lucky, we've got Pentecost, still rather hot. Okay, now Christmas is a white block here. Like I said, it's got a lovely star on it. And Christmas reminds us of when Jesus was born. Well, Christmas is the time when Jesus was born to save us. And it's such a wonderful time. We celebrate it over 12 days. So we have 2 white blocks. White is the colour of celebration. Now, in order to prepare to come close to the mystery of Christmas, we've got the season of Advent. And the season of Advent takes place over 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The start of Advent is actually the start of the church calendar. Now you'll notice here that the colour of Advent is purple. Now that's a serious colour, purple. Purple is the colour of kings, colour of royalty. And sometimes some churches will use the colour blue, which represents the same thing. And purple is also the colour for Mary. So that is why we use the colour purple here. Because without Mother Mary, we wouldn't have baby Jesus born on Christmas. Now the time to help us to prepare for Easter is called Lent. Now Lent takes place over 6 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. 6 weeks. Okay. And you'll notice also that it's also purple. Now it's purple because purple is the colour of kings. Jesus was a king. And unfortunately though, he wasn't the kind of king that people were expecting. Now Easter was such a wonderful, great mystery that it also overflowed over 6 weeks, known as the season of Easter. Now we've got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now during this time, Jesus appeared to people in many new ways, in lots of different ways. So we've got Easter, which was terribly sad. Jesus died on the cross. But yet Jesus was still with us, was still with the people. Just like he's still with us today. And then something amazing happened over here. What happened there is that the 12 disciples went with Jesus outside of Jerusalem. And there, here, they saw Jesus going up. A few days later, the Holy Spirit came down and the church was born. The disciples glowed with the power of the Holy Spirit and they became apostles. Their tongues were like fire when they spoke. And that is why this block, Pentecost, is the colour red, like fire. And now we move on to the rest of the year, the great green growing Sundays of the year. So between Christmas and Lent, this is the only time in the church calendar, well, the time in the church calendar where the number of weeks can change. Each year we celebrate Easter on a different day. The maximum number of green growing Sundays you can have here are 9, but I'm going to put 6 blocks for this year, 2021, which will take us through the time from Christmas to the start of Lent. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so those are great green growing Sundays between Christmas and Lent. Okay, and then we've got the rest of the great green growing Sundays after Pentecost that take us through to Advent. This is the time of the year after Pentecost where the days are starting to become a bit shorter. We are into autumn. Inland, the leaves are starting to fall off the trees. The season is changing. It's getting colder. Our school sports change from swimming to cross country and athletics. We head into the July holidays, where we have just the most beautiful weather here in Durban. And on we go with the coming out of winter. Slowly, slowly we hit spring and the days become longer. We start going to the beach more often. We start swimming again. We head towards school exams. And once again, we find ourselves on holiday and at the start of Advent. Everything we need is here. So the church records time, not just using a clock, but using colours as well. So we've got the 3 great mysteries. These are like the hands of a clock. We've got Christmas, Easter, Pentecost. We've got the time to prepare leading up to Christmas, 4 weeks of Advent, 6 weeks of Lent, helping us to prepare for the mystery of Easter. We've got the season of Easter, the white blocks. We've got the red hot Pentecost, and we've got the green and growing Sundays. And we come to the end. And everything starts over again at the beginning. So the beginning becomes the end, and the end becomes the beginning. Now I wonder, when you look at the circle of the church here, what colour do you like the most? What colour do you think is the most important? Have you ever seen these colours changing in church? Thank you.